I can keep going on. Any more questions? Do you have any questions in mind? Questions
You're
in
not
mind?
getting late. We are fine.
What's the time?
Evening.
I have
No problem.
I have 20 minutes more.
Do you have any dirty secrets from the modeling world?
Dirty secrets?
Yeah.
If it was dirty, it wouldn't be a secret, would it?
You've been in this industry for so long, but you still look the same.
Thank God.
So, do you have any beauty hack that you swear by in all these years?
I've told this to many people actually. I'm just blessed with great skin, great hair. My parents have given me the best gift ever. More questions? You're looking. You can ask directly. I'll answer.
Hi and welcome to the Rediff podcast. Today we have with us Candice Pinto, who has literally defined what it's like to be a supermodel in India. She has been on top of her game for the last over 2 decades and a familiar face on a lot of runways. Today we are going to learn a little bit more about what goes behind the scenes and a little about your life. So welcome to Rediff, Candice.
Thank you for having me here. I'm quite excited. It's like placing me in the unknown. So you're going to be asking me questions and I'm looking forward to answering them.
You've been the OG, as one would call.
Yeah.
So I recently attended the Lakme Fashion Week and you've been a part of so many fashion weeks over the years. What do you think has changed over the years with Lakme and other fashion weeks?
Well, it's a very tricky question because since I've been here for so long in this industry, one thing I've learned is every year is a new learning. Fashion has changed over the years and it changes with time. I came from the golden years and I'm gradually seeing a different side to it, which maybe I wouldn't say it's good or bad because I have learned from the best of the best and it's taken me to where I am right now. For every person, it is a learning experience and it's up to you as to how you take that learning and take it forward. Obviously, times have changed. I came from the millennials. Now it's Generation Beta. So we got something to learn from them as well. But I think it's all about experiencing and learning and taking it forward to where you see yourself in the future.
Initially, supermodels used to be a big thing and it wasn't even easy to become one. Now anyone with a ring light calls themselves a model. So what do you think? What has changed? Has it become easier now?
I think with social media and a lot of us are exposed to X amount of visual creative aspect of what they're doing on social media, whether it's this platform or whether it's the other networking. I think everyone wants easy money. No one wants to learn. No one has the patience of going through that process. Now, back then, we were not exposed to a lot of things. For us, knowledge was the library or reading the newspaper or watching the news. So we were curious to learn more, to do more, and to be better than our friends, to learn something and to be as good as them. But now times have changed. So because you're overexposed, so people see the 20-second reel or a 30-second reel or a minute reel and grasp everything and they think the whole world is that. So everyone, they don't have patience. Everyone wants to make more money. They want to get famous really soon. For some it works, for some it doesn't work. So it's also luck that plays a very important role.
Talking about social media,
Yeah.
when you started your career, social media wasn't as prevalent
Yes.
then. So how did you make yourself stand out?
I think we all worked really hard. And because I learned from my senior supermodels, and back then we were not really called as or termed as supermodels, it's the experience and the exposure, and all of us, pageant was really huge back in the days. And everyone, whoever won a pageant, had to be really good to enter the whole fashion bracket. And you had to be the best of the best. So when like to do one show, you had to be tested, you had to be auditioned and walk. And only then the designer would accept you in the show. So getting one garment was like a privilege. But now because I think we lack a bit of quality and you can see the difference in the models or the designers or anything backstage. Even though it's a working environment, you can see the quality different from the past to now what it is.
Do you have any dirty secrets from the modeling world?
Dirty secrets?
Yeah.
If it was dirty, it wouldn't be a secret, would it? Actually, we had a lot of fun back in the days. And because we were a very small group of models, we did every show. And that moment traveling was a luxury. And we did a lot of shows internationally. So I'm so grateful that we got to travel so much, considering it was back in the days. I mean, travel was not very easy, accessible to everyone. And now all that is reduced. So I have very good memories. I'm still friends with all my senior models and my fellow models. Everyone's married, everyone's like shifted base, everything. So I still treasure all of them, all of that. And I've learned and I've moved on to what the future is right now. So I'm going with the flow. And considering that I'm someone who loves to learn, I'm never sitting idle in one place. So I'm just accepting what it is right now in a good way.
You know, like you said, everyone thinks that modeling is about traveling, designer bags and shoes and clothes. What is something that people don't know about modeling or misinterpret about it?
Well, actually, not every model gets, as you said, they get bags or clothes or the luxury. Yes, if you're a great model, you're making great amount of money and you know how to sell yourself as a model, you're done. You have the luxury. And it's the choices that you make as a model which will take you to a different level, because I know a lot of my girlfriends who have worked really hard, and for me I believe that if I want, say, a luxury bag, I know how to work my way and work really hard to get that luxury bag because I value money and I know it comes from hard work. I wish the newer generation realizes that it is so important, because now no one really saves like the way we used to save back in the days. So there is a little imbalance, but I think it comes with learning.
So do models actually wear the clothes they wear on the ramp?
Not really, because sometimes you do couture. Now you can't really wear couture clothes like lehengas and go parading around. Even fashion has changed over the years. Like I personally, because I'm always wearing heavy bridals and heavy clothes, when I go for my girlfriend's wedding or my friend's wedding, I wear the most minimalistic, the most lightest outfit, because I've been there, done that. So I think it changes, and some people love it, some people don't. So I think it's a personal choice.
Did you ever have a Devil Wears Prada moment where you got reprimanded by a designer or a stylist in your early days maybe?
I think back in the days, stylists played a very important role. They also play a very important role now. But I know like there were certain stylists that have been dropped from shows because they had a particular look. Either you're too pretty for the garments or we overpower the garments. So I have had incidences in the past where I've been dropped from shows, but I think I take it with a pinch of salt. Because when you know you're a good model at the end of the day, it's their loss, it's not mine.
You must have obviously worn so many designers. Who is one designer you just absolutely love?
That's a question where everyone keeps asking, which is that one designer. But since I've been in the profession for so long, it's very hard to actually just name one designer. There are a few very good designers, and I keep seeing their clothes even now, and it's still wearable, it's still beautiful, and they still have passion in doing what they do. So I would not name anyone because I don't want to offend anyone.
One designer who is a complete no-nonsense designer.
There are many.
Yeah, like working with that designer is fun, but at the same time, you're a little scared.
I think there is Sunit Verma. Because it's in only his fittings where everyone has to be like pin drop silence, like literally quiet. His fitting, there is no sound. Because anyone who actually even drops a pin, I think gets thrown out of the room. So that way Sunit has a way of working, and that's the way he always works. And because I think I've been working with him for years now, so I know the drill. So I also see what happens when there is noise around him. So I think I'm very cautious when he's working.
So you've also recently started cooking, like we spoke.
Yeah.
What is one dish that you just keep making again and again?
Well, I love cooking. It's in my family. So it's not like I just suddenly started cooking. I think the pandemic gave me the opportunity of using all my cooking skills. And it was great for my husband because he got great food every day. But it came out, I think, because of the pandemic, and I used that time to start making videos on my YouTube. So I got my channel activated on YouTube. And it was quite nice cooking because it brought out the best in what my family actually taught us. So my favorite dish is keema pao, and I've mastered this recipe for my dad. So I think my dad is very proud that I've actually got it bang on, like the way he cooks.
Would you like to share it with us?
One day. You'll have to come home for that.
So how do you maintain, like you said, your husband is a fitness trainer. So how do you maintain staying fit while eating everything you like?
Firstly, I was not meant to be a model when I started my career. So modeling just happened to me. And I was not into fitness then, and I was not a very skinny child either. I love food. I still love food. So for me, when I started modeling, there was a time where I inculcated fitness and it went hand in glove with my profession. And then I started loving it. Then I just realized that a certain kind of discipline is needed when you're actually in this profession, because when you're working with the best of the best, you have to look really great and do justice to all the ensembles that you wear. So it came out just naturally, and I love it because it just comes like you're brushing your teeth every morning. So for me, like, fitness just came, how do you say, hand in glove with my profession. And luckily I met my husband, who's actually a boxer. So he had come to town on work, and I just happened to meet him. And that's how we actually met. So I think everything just went in sync with each other.
So do you have a certain diet that you follow, or?
I don't have actually a diet, but I'm quite aware that there are fashion weeks coming close, that my fitness kind of increases. When I know I'm not working, then I change my routine, and then I have a husband who actually can help me out. Diet plans don't really work in our profession as good. I try my best to have a diet plan and carry my food. But what happens is when you're traveling on regular basis, you're in different hotels, you're traveling, irregular sleeping hours. So it's very hard to maintain a diet. But I try and keep up to a very healthy living when I'm working. Otherwise, I also socialize. My social life is very hectic. People see me socializing. So I like to enjoy when I'm not actually working. I think everyone should.
Or do you and your husband work out together, or?
A lot of people ask you this question. They said, oh, you're so lucky you have a husband who is into fitness and he's really good at what he does. But unfortunately, he doesn't work out with me, and I don't get the time to actually work out. Or it's a very funny joke, because I know a lot of my friends, they're like, oh my God, you're so lucky you have him in the house. I said, I do have him. He's my husband. I have him in the house. But otherwise, I don't really work out with him.
Body positivity now has become such a big thing, and even a lot of fashion shows, they are very incorporative. We see models of all sizes, heights.
Yeah.
Initially, was that a thing? How much of body positivity was there when you started off? Have people become more accepting now?
I think there was a phase. This was, I think, I don't know, pre-pandemic or post-pandemic, where they started doing inclusivity, exclusivity. I don't think it is required. I think when you're doing a fashion show, you should accept the model in different shape and sizes. What I don't understand till date is when they do fashion shows, they have models of different kind, from different stages of life, different shapes. But when their own regular girls put on weight, or they have body changes over the time, they don't take them for the same show. I don't understand that concept yet. So they try to inculcate everything, but when it comes to their own regular girls putting or changing body, becoming too thin or putting on weight, they actually reject them for a show. Everyone tries to be diplomatic and tries to paint a rosy picture, but it's not as rosy as it is. Sometimes I've done shows where there are plus size models, but they're still trying to figure out as to what should be given to them. And it's not right for the model who's standing there, because sometimes it's quite embarrassing for them. So there are times we do shows and I still don't understand that concept yet. You just make clothes as a designer, you make it for everyone, irrespective of what shape and size. That's what a good designer is all about.
So do you think that they are more accepting now, or they just want to fit in social media?
I think it's just a fad. I think one person follows it and everyone just follows the same.
Have you ever faced anything like that where maybe you had your body
But
was
it still happens even now. Like, I'm not a petite, extremely skinny model. I've always been. Now some designers love models who are just skinny like hangers. They just want clothes to hang on them. And there are some designers, when you're wearing Indian clothes or saris, you need girls with curves. So you can't really change someone's body just because it has to fit. You have to make clothes to fit your body, right? So sometimes it's the stylist, sometimes it's the designer. So there's always a mix of opinions. So, and we're always standing and visualizing and observing what's happening. So I've been through that, and it still happens. So I wouldn't say it's over and done with it. It still happens. I think you just accept it and just move on.
So coming back to your marriage.
Yeah.
I'm planning to get married soon.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. So I want to know what keeps a marriage going.
I think when you meet the right person, everything just flows in the same direction. And I also got married a little late. So when we met each other, I think it was the right time for us to settle down. You meet the right partner, nothing changes, it just gets better. Because I was living with my parents before marriage. And after I got married, living with him was a smooth transition. And nothing really changed, it just got better. We started traveling a lot, we do things together. And his work takes most of his time, so does mine. We understand each other's profession. And I think respect in a relationship is so important, which I realized after my earlier relationships. So I think when you meet the right person, it just syncs and flows together beautifully.
So when two partners, they are in such busy professions,
Yeah.
how do you all make time for each other, and how do you make sure it's quality?
See, for me, my work is such that I have a choice of accepting and not taking a work. But for him, he's kind of in a profession where he does train a lot of celebrities, and he has a time frame where he can't take leave because everyone either does a movie or someone has got a project. So for him, I work around his time. So as a couple, you'll have to sit and discuss certain things. And if there's flexibility in a relationship, then you have to work on it. So we plan it accordingly, and once the dates are blocked, either you're traveling or either you have weddings or something in the family, I think it just comes easy when both partners are on the same wavelength. Otherwise, if you're staying with in-laws and if your partner doesn't understand your profession, it would be a little difficult. But in that way, I'm quite blessed because I have a great partner and we understand each other. Sometimes I travel for 10 days, 7 days, and he just understands my profession. So I think it's okay.
So is there something you'll really enjoy doing together when
We
you're
both love
holiday?
music. We both love traveling. So when we plan our holidays, it's planned. So when I take an off, I'm off. Sometimes work. There's a lot of fashion weeks used to clash with. It still clashes when I travel, and especially couture week used to always like clash. Even now it clashes. But when your holiday is booked, it's booked. Because I also believe when you're working so hard, what are you earning for? Because you need to enjoy your money. When am I going to enjoy when I turn 70 or 80? So I think everyone should balance their life, make the money, spend the money, because at the end of the day, what are you living for? So that's my concept, or our concept.
Travel destination that you feel is really underrated?
Goa used to be great. I think a lot has changed. It's kind of modernized right now. And I used to love the old Goa. It used to be fun going out there, going to eat in shacks and meeting people. There used to be a lot of hippies. The music was different. The vibe was different. So it was great back then. Now I think Goa is just overrated.
Any place that you traveled for work which you really, really loved?
Oh God, there were so many places I traveled. Yes, I traveled to Canada. And I remember my girlfriend and me, I think Achal and me were traveling. We took a break and we decided to go a little earlier. So we went to Montreal. I had such a good time in Montreal. And I think it's the best when you travel with a group of girls because, it's more fun with girls around. And every time we travel, we used to always either prepone our trip and first do a holiday and then get into work, or after our work, stay back and then see the place. So Montreal was one of it. I've done New York back then. But all these places, I just realized one thing over the years, everything has changed. I think the quality of life, the kind of people that you met back then to the people you meet now, everything is just so different. But then anyways, traveling out of your own country is always good. So Montreal has been one of my nicest destinations with my girlfriend.
Is there something, the craziest thing you've done while you were traveling?
On the same trip, actually. So we decided to have the weekend before our actual show. We preponed everything. We spent a lot of money to prepone our flight firstly. And it was Saturday, so we all decided okay, we landed, we went out in the daytime and we said, let's take a nap. And after that, it's Saturday night, we'll just go to all these places. We had planned, we'll visit these places. We took a nap and we landed up waking up the next day. So basically, we still laugh at it because we made that extra effort of spending so much money of preponing our flight and stay and blocking all these places to go out. And we actually slept and we woke up on a Sunday. There are many memories actually, but some I can't really discuss about it. I have other girlfriend stories as well, but some other time.
Which place did you have the best food at?
I think when I travel or just generally when I travel.
Yeah.
It's very hard because food in Thailand is always really good. Apart from Thailand, I think it's Thailand. And after Thailand, it's my parents' house.
Any go-to restaurant you have in Mumbai?
I go to a lot of places in Bombay and I keep going there. The top of the list is La Loca Maria. And then after that is Olive. Then I love the food at Gigi. I'm still discovering new places. I just recently went to Sweeney's, which was also very good. And I think it's not just about how the restaurant looks, it's about your food should taste like there should be soul when you're eating. So there are more few places which I've missed off on, but these are the few that I regularly go to because I know the food is really good and you can't really go wrong. Because sometimes we sit in the house and we order food at home as well. Or then sometimes I cook. So for me, food is really important because since I am a good cook, my parents are great cooks. So wherever I go, the food has to be really good. Otherwise, you'll never see me going back.
You've been in this industry for so long, but you still look the same.
Thank God.
So, do you have any beauty hack that you swear by, like absolutely, for all these years?
I've told this to many people actually. I'm just blessed with great skin, great hair. I think my parents have given me the best gift ever, and especially when you're in this profession, when you're not working, especially when you're traveling in hotels, and when people look at you, they say, okay, she's a supermodel. What do you look like without makeup, and how do you look like on a regular day? So thank God I'm blessed with good skin and good hair. Back in the days, we were all very well dressed. When we traveled, we always looked good. We took care of ourselves. So I think we've carried on that whole dress up thing wherever we go. So even now when I travel, except for when I'm at home, I still make sure that there are people watching you, there are people noticing you. So even if it's a t-shirt and your jeans, I have to be well dressed. And it comes very naturally wherever I go. So I think I've learned a lot from my earlier batch of girls and it's just taken forward. And I also hope that the newer girls learn from us because there's a fine line between being sexy and there's a fine line between it looking obscene. So you have to balance yourself and see how you carry yourself wherever you go because at the end of the day, if you're a model, people look up to you. So you make sure you dress and you look like one.
So do you have a skincare or hair care?
Yeah, so with that, I forgot to answer that early. So keeping that in mind, I don't do anything to my skin. The only product I've ever used in my life is Nivea. I use baby oil to get my makeup off. So I don't really use much on my face. So I save a lot of money that way. But makeup, yes, makeup is expensive. Makeup is required because I'm also a certified makeup artist. So for me, I love makeup. And makeup is required before every show because sometimes we land up doing our own foundation. But I don't have a specific routine. So I just clean my face with baby oil and I use Nivea. That's about it.
And what about your hair?
Nothing.
No.
Just normal shampoo, normal dry. I'm born with poker straight hair. So I've got Chinese hair. A lot of people refuse to believe that I just shower. But when my girlfriends stay with me in the room and they see my hair, they're like, you're so lucky. You just wake up and you look like perfect. So that's why I say I thank my parents for having good hair and skin.
As a certified makeup artist, what are some makeup tips that you wish that the younger generation knows about? Because now on Instagram, everyone's a beauty influencer and they're always talking about all these products. And there are so many products in the market now.
It's very confusing.
Yeah, it's very confusing and overwhelming for girls.
Nowadays I just realized I think your diet is, say, 70 or 80% of what shows on your face. A lot of girls diet. So eventually when you're not eating really great food, people don't eat home food nowadays. There's so much of junk food available. Back in the days, all we had was home food. We really didn't have much junk food. Our junk food also was very limited. So I think it's also the nutrition that you have reflects on your skin, on your face, how you hydrate yourself, how you work out. So everything put together shows on your face. So a lot of people don't know how to use the right right moisturizer for your skin. So I think it plays a very important role to learn what kind of skin you have and accordingly use products based on that. Not every expensive product is really good for your skin. I've used so many products, most of them don't really agree on my skin. I've stuck with Nivea for the last 35 years and I'm still using it, so I think it's great. Just see what suits your skin type. Minimalistic makeup is the best makeup. And yeah, And foundation, use the right foundation. There'll always be a difference in shade. So make sure that it matches your skin type, and yeah, just select the right foundation.
So one product we'll always find in your bag.
Nivea. Unfortunately, it's not on my bag today, but most of the time it's Nivea. And there'll always be concealer and mascara and eyebrow. Because I think I have never left my house without my eyebrow pencil. Because I really have fine eyebrows, so I love drawing my eyebrows. I think it just changes your whole face game.
A lot of peers who,
Yeah.
started off with you, they have transitioned into acting.
Yeah.
Was that a path that was ever tempting to you, or it's just something you never considered?
When I started modeling, because I said I was not supposed to be a model, it just happened by luck. My parents were very conservative. They didn't really want me to get into modeling in the first place. So I took modeling as luxury. Movie was far off. So I never really considered movies, and I enjoyed modeling. It gave me that platform. So I focused totally on that. People asked me to audition for movies. It was not my cup of tea, so I never really ventured into it. And I don't think it's my, I don't see myself acting. But yes, in case I wanted to be an actor, I think I would have been a great actor if I focused myself on that.
Yeah, so you said that, you became a model by chance.
Yeah.
So if you weren't a model, what would you have been?
I was pretty qualified, so I could have taken a lot of other options. First, I wanted to fly, but then I was too studious to fly because then my whole family went into flying. And then I wanted to be an animator, so I started animation. So I was doing a lot of things till I reached doing MBA. That's when I had a choice between either I further continue or just give modeling a shot, because I was getting a lot of calls because I'd won 2 pageants by then. So I said, let me just give it a shot of 5 years. So 5 years was great, money was great, and then I just continued going with the flow. So that's how modeling happened to me.
A lot of models from your time, started
Yeah.
with you. They have also made they've started their own modeling agencies.
Yeah.
Was that something you considered? Or?
I started my brand, it's called New You, where I do train aspiring, not just models, anyone in the corporate field. My aim is to teach them one-on-one basis, like 1 or 2 students, or having 2 individuals where they want to do ramp training or they want grooming. So I teach makeup as well. So I do these courses in very limited batches so that they get one-on-one interaction and personalized training. So the brand is called New You. I just started this a year ago. So I just teach them when I'm not working, so I kind of balance my work with teaching students as well.
How can aspiring models, young girls, how should they start? What's the first right step?
The first thing when I ask them is I also ask them as to why do they want to actually choose this field, because it's so important. If there's no passion in what you do and you just want to be a model just for the heck of it, you'll not land up being a model. So I really just sit them and then talk to them and see what exactly they're looking for in this profession, or whether they are interested in something else. Because in this day and age, I don't think the models are earning as great as what we used to earn back in the days. So I think it's always good to have something else that you're interested in handy, because you never know, something else might earn you more money than just modeling. Because I remember speaking to someone who is already a chef and she's already in this profession and she wants to be a model as well. So my job is to actually convince them to try and see both options and see which one is more viable for you and where you make more money. Because modeling is a profession which is short-lived, and you can carry on further in case you work really hard and you put your heart and soul into it, and if you have the criteria to be a model. Because nowadays, height is very important. The kind of body that you have, it has to be the statistics of whichever agency you're going to join. So there's a lot of difference in what you think you might do and what your reality could be. So I give them that choice to do something else simultaneously. Just don't focus on only being a model.
So if someone wants to just start now,
Yeah.
what is it that they should do?
It all
The
depends
first
on what
thing
they
they
look
should
like someone who's really short and they don't fit the criteria. I will honestly tell them, but you have to tell them in a way that they actually don't really feel sad or upset about it. So for me, I can't really lie. It has to be a very open book.
What was one thing when you were when you started off, and even now?
Yeah.
What is the one thing you do backstage before you get on the ramp?
I do a lot of things backstage. I'm always touching up my makeup backstage, or I'm making videos. Because I do a lot of, I shoot a lot of content, and then I take everything when I'm sitting in bed, then I start editing and making videos to post and everything. So I'm quite like, you never see me sitting idle. I'm always doing something. Either I'm touching up makeup, or either I'm like running around altering my garments. Backstage is very chaotic.
Do you have any rituals that you
Not really.
like
The
just
rituals
before
is just
getting
make
on
sure that the shows are good, you look great, and the shows get over on time. Backstage is always chaos. There's nothing nice happening backstage. The only nice thing you'll ever do is try to get a coffee cup backstage, which is very hard. Otherwise, nothing great happens backstage.
Now sustainable fashion is also such a
Yeah.
big thing now. How do you think that we can, as normal people, incorporate into our wardrobes?
Sustainable fashion was always there. It just became sustainable because people started highlighting the fact it's sustainable fashion. Because there was always Indian clothes, there was always khadi, there was always cotton. So I think it just became a fashion term, and sustainability just came into picture. It became like blown out of proportion. Even till date, all our mothers still have the same saris, whether it's cotton, whether it's zari, whether it's silk. So everyone still believes in sustainable fashion. We still have cotton t-shirts. We still wear cotton clothes at home. So I think everyone doesn't need to know sustainability because everyone has already inculcated it within themselves, and everyone has it in their house. And at the end of the day, we all still pick up a cotton kurta or a cotton t-shirt or cotton like easy pants to wear. So I think it's very important that everyone is aware that we always had it. It's just that it's now sustainable. It's called sustainable fashion.
Even, a lot of people are having really intimate weddings now. The concept of the big fat Indian wedding is slowly wearing down because people like to have more intimate weddings. Do you think that also plays a role in sustainability?
I don't know about that. When a small wedding is expensive, I think
With
it's
saving.
I think it also depends on the kind of age that you get married. People who have intimate weddings now, if you see, they're getting married a little later. So once you actually, the whole fizz dies off. When you're in your 20s and 30s, you're excited. Weddings are big and you want a big wedding. After you cross 30, I think everything becomes very intimate. Then your friend circle is also small. Then you eventually tell your parents that I just want a small wedding. Either just go to the court, get signed, and just have like an intimate small reception. I think it's the age factor that depends on what kind of weddings also. And intimate is great if you want to save on cost. You want big weddings, you want to launder money, so there are ways to do weddings. But personally, like when I want to do a wedding, I know I have a big family. My whole family only is around 50, 60 people. But my idea of intimate is 100 people or 150. Everyone's has a different number. Some people's intimate is only 20 people. So I think it differs from person to person, and it's not something that I can actually put my mind to.
So tell us about your wedding. What was the most special thing in your wedding?
If you had seen Hangover, the movie, it was something on those lines. It was a fun wedding. Both of us wanted a beach wedding, and we had both our families together. His family flew down from the UK. My family flew down from Mumbai. I had all my close friends, and it was quite intimate. My wedding was full of love, full of fun. Like even right now, when people talk about my wedding or our wedding, we still have such good memories, and I would like to repeat that all over again just to have a great time.
So when it's an intercultural wedding, do you face any?
Actually, it's not, because I'm Catholic, so anyways, white wedding is something that we always do. He has a big family. I have a big family, so it's almost on the same lines. A lot of people say that back in Europe, actually they are more family oriented, or it's the same like the Indians. They are exactly big families. They do exact same things. They have like barbecues. So it's very similar to our culture. So it's very easy to actually blend into our culture. And because now he's been living here for 11 years, so he's mostly Indian only. So I think he's very easy to adapt to this kind of culture. And most of his friends back home are also like Indian. So it's good. It was good. It was a good wedding.
So what does he love eating in Indian food?
I think he loves eating everything. He's not very fussy. He eats everything. And but he also has a very good taste in food. The food has to be good. He's not a fan of Indian snacks. No pani puri, no sev puri, no. I don't think he likes chaat masala. The rest, everything else he's fine with.
So do you give him fashion tips? Like, do
He's
you
more
tell him to-
fashionable than me, trust me. I think he knows more about international designers and more about fashion than I do. And I think I have learned more from him, even though I'm the model. But I think I've learned more from him.
What have you learned from him?
A lot. I've learned discipline. I've learned how to be patient. Patient is something I've learned from him because if both of us are in the room, he'll be the most peaceful person around. And I think I've become a little more peaceful after marrying him. And there's so much to learn from him. I think you'll have to meet him, then you'll have a better idea than me describing my husband. He's a nice man.
Now, there's Pilates and there's so many of these different
Yeah.
fitness exercises. What is one exercise that you swear by, since your husband is also a trainer? Something that both of you all swear by.
I think every person has a different routine that works better for their body. But for me, I've always loved strength training. So I've been weight training for almost like 2 decades, and I love it no matter what, even though it doesn't fit my work sometimes. But then I keep changing my routine. But if I have to go back to training, it'll always be weight training because it's something that it gives me a high. Running is great. Swimming is great. But some people love Pilates. For me, I'm not really ventured into that stream. Kickboxing was great. So when my husband when he used to train me back then, I enjoyed it when he had the time to train me. If I have to go back, that's something that I would want to go back to.
Someone who's working all the time, like even 9 to 5, and they want to incorporate some form of exercise, what do you think they should start with? Even
I
if it's
think
just half an hour?
firstly, everyone needs to have a routine. As I believe, like when you're consistent with a certain schedule that like I know he trains a lot of business people as well, and sometimes my husband wakes up at 4:30 and he has a schedule where he's training someone at 6 o'clock because a person gets to work. That person who's got to work, if he can do it, my husband can wake up early to train someone else. I think anyone can actually set a schedule for them and spend 45 minutes on themselves. Because at the end of the day, it's your body. You want to be healthy at a certain age. So I think you have to just kind of inculcate this in your schedule and work towards it. And I tell everyone, I said, spending just half an hour on yourself, you don't lose anything. You're just helping your own self and your body. And you want to be disciplined over the years. And that's something that I learned from my husband as well. I've always been disciplined. But sometimes, you have this little lazy streak in you. But then I see him waking up every morning and he has a schedule. He works from Monday to Friday non-stop at a certain time. And I felt he's disciplined. He has a social life. Why can't I wake up 1 hour early just to finish my workout and not complain that I didn't get the time the whole day? So I think everyone should actually set certain goals for themselves because at the end of the day, your body is going to take you to your future self.
What excites you about life now?
I'm grateful and thankful to where I am right now. Since I have a partner, what's exciting is doing things with him. Because I got married late, we decided not to have children, and it's a decision that we both made. So it gives us the opportunity now to travel more. And since over the years, there's been a lot of music festivals. We both love music and we just love music. And there's a lot of DJs coming in and they have music concerts. And we traveled to Ibiza last year. So we have a lot of similar taste and we just like music. So there's certain things that keeps us going is our holidays, our travel, our planning, spending time with our families. And we both have big families. So I think it's that time of the stage in our life where I'm enjoying the benefits of all that I've done over the last 2 decades. And it's a nice feeling. As I always say that if you're going to be working so hard, what are you working for? You save some, you spend some on yourself. Because there'll be a time where it'll be too late to actually travel or we'll get too old to enjoy music festivals, so might as well do it now.
So I could keep talking, but I'm going to stop right here.
Sick.
So thank you so much. It was amazing chatting with you.
Oh, that's amazing. I would like some more questions, but I think it ends here. I'll be sitting here for 2 hours otherwise. It was great. Thank you for having me here. Thank you so much.